What's going on, guys? In this video, I'm gonna go over 5 tips for going into regular stores like TJ Maxx, Walmart, Lowe's, and finding good deals to sell on Amazon. Guys, there's literally millions of profit. In any decent sized city, there's millions of profit sitting on the shelves of regular stores. And in this video, I'm gonna tell you how to tap into that, how to go out and find those products because they're sitting on the shelf. You know they're gonna sell on Amazon. It's just a matter of pulling out your wallet, purchasing them, and sending them to Amazon so you actually get sales. So the most important thing is finding the products and knowing how to find the products consistently, predictably, time and time again. And that's what we're covering in this video. Cut to the intro, baby. All right, guys, so tip number 1, and this one's pretty obvious, it's go to the clearance section. So if you go into Walgreens, if you go into Lowe's, if you go into Target, go to the clearance section first, pull out your Amazon seller app, and go ahead and scan everything. And you're gonna look on the Amazon seller app and you're gonna see, oh, this item is selling, go ahead and put the Amazon seller app here. This item is selling for X amount. And what you can do is click and see the Amazon fees. You can see a breakdown of all the profit. And you obviously know what the price is according to the price tag on the item for clearance. Just do the math in your head. You can actually enter the price of the item on the Amazon seller app and it will tell you what the profit would be. Now, it's very important to understand that different categories have different sales ranks. So if you're a bookseller like me, I've sold $1.5 million in used books over the last 3 years. I understand book sales ranks, but I don't necessarily understand sales ranks for seasonal items like chlorine. I don't understand how to look at toys and know if it translates. So whenever you look at the sales rank of an item, make sure that you look it up on Google, go to seller forums. Shout out to Reezy Resells. If you go to his Facebook group, he actually has, somewhere in his Facebook group, he has a chart that breaks down various sales ranks for different categories. So it's important to understand sales rank is how often the item is selling. And so just because the item's going for $50 on Amazon and it's going for $10 in the store, it doesn't mean it's gonna sell for $50 because maybe the sales rank indicates that it never actually sells and you're just gonna waste your money if you purchase a product that never sells on Amazon. So tip number 1 is hit up the clearance section. Be careful hitting up the clearance section at large stores like Walmart and Target. Clearance sections, if they're not one-off clearance sections, like if you know it's a one-off clearance section, meaning it's just unique to that store, fine, you know, it's probably a good deal. But if it's clearance section nationwide and the same products are on clearance, be very careful because other people are gonna buy those products, and what's gonna happen when a bunch of people hop on the listing, the price is going to tank, and that is not good. So tip number 2 is follow people on IG, Instagram. I know we got a lot of older people here on YouTube, but it's important to go to Instagram because on Instagram, what's gonna happen is these resellers literally post pictures of what they're selling for a profit. So you should make it a part of your routine each day just to go through. Shout out Richie Hustles on Instagram. He does this a lot. He posts what products he's actually selling for a profit. Not only are you gonna see the actual products he's selling, which you might be able to find at your store, you'll get an idea for what types of products sell. And you can go to the same sections that he goes to. And there's a bunch of people you should follow, but go to Richie Hustles, one of them. Instagram community is huge. I recommend following all those people and just watching their stories each day, screenshotting shit, and literally just building a list of products that you know are profitable at various stores. Also be careful with that same dynamic. If people are posting on Instagram, make sure it's a super fast selling item because again, the price is likely to tank pretty quickly. Tip number 3 is scan everything. So just like with books, I don't know why I keep making my hands like this. I'm ready to fight, baby. I've been doing jiu-jitsu lately, but I've been watching Logan Paul and Jake Paul box. I'm ready to get into it. I don't know how to fight. I just know how to, if you guys want to wrestle me, I'll tap your ass out. I'll do jiu-jitsu, I'll break your arm, but when it comes to a boxing match, I don't punch very hard and probably couldn't hit you very hard either. So punching hard and hitting hard, same thing. Anyway, weird tangent. What I was talking about, use books, scan everything, just like with books. You can scan. What I recommend is scan as much as you can. Like, obviously take this piece of advice with a grain of salt. I actually hate it when people say scan everything, because at the same time, it's like, as a bookseller, I'm not gonna tell people to scan all the fucking fiction. If you're gonna go to the fiction section, yeah, scan some of it, but if you scan 100 books and don't get one, move on. Move on to the nonfiction. Like, same thing with retail arbitrage. If you're in a section and you scan a bunch of products, you're not getting anything, move to another section. Go from toys to landscaping, or whatever it's called, lawn care. Go from lawn care to, I don't know, feminine products. I don't know why my brain always thinks feminine products, but you go feminine products. People are probably embarrassed, especially men, to be in the feminine products. And just bounce around to various sections, try and find products that you're ungated in, that most people are restricted in. Maybe it's hazmat, maybe it's toys, maybe it's a special brand, maybe it's Disney. Maybe you can sell it, but nobody else can. There's a barrier to entry. Barrier to entries are always good. Everybody else can't sell it. You can. That's a barrier to entry because of Amazon's rules. There's also price barrier to entries. There's also, for example, if a product's $200 or $300, not a lot of people are going to want to buy that product because it's a lot of money. That's a price barrier to entry. So always be looking for barrier to entries. Maybe the barrier to entry is it's a unique store. There's Kroger's out here in the Southeast, here in Tennessee, but they're not out west. And same with Savers in the Northeast. I think they're on the West Coast, but there's not many Savers down south. So know that, maybe your store is unique, and that's a barrier to entry because not everyone else has the store in the country, so they would have to drive to your state in order to get. Always be looking, always be thinking, is there some form of barrier to entry? And if there is, that makes the product better. So tip number 3 was scan everything. Just make sure you're going hard. When you leave the store, if you didn't find anything, ask yourself, how many products did I actually look at? Did I look at 50? Did I look at 100? Because on average, over time, you're going to be able to know, okay, 5% of products I scan. With books, it's about, if I get 5% acceptance rate, meaning I go into a bookstore and I accept 5% of the inventory I scan, I'm like, okay, great. For every 100 books I scan, that means I have 5 books that are profitable. Maybe it's only 3, but I don't give a shit because I'm just going to scan more. Okay? I used to literally spend hours every day, like 4 to 5 hours, just going in and scanning, which is a long fucking time. People say they work 10 hours a day. Try going and scanning for 4 to 5 hours straight. It's exhausting. But if you know that you can scan 1,000 books an hour, which is about what I used to, and that 3% of the books are good, that's 30 books you can get each hour. My average profit was about $10. $10 times 30 is $300 an hour. It's not bad. So you're taking something that used to not be that good. 3% acceptance rate, that sucks. Only 30 out of every 1,000. And now you're just saying, no, it's a numbers game. So it's the same approach with retail arbitrage. It's a numbers game. And it's going to ramp up over time. You're going to get better at determining what products are profitable. You're going to develop an eye for profitable products. And what's going to happen is you're not going to have to do as much work because you're going to become better. Now, I'm not a retail arbitrage king by any means. I feel like I am now because I sold 175,000, I think is the exact amount, over the last 30 days. And so I'm feeling pretty good about myself, and I've learned a lot. Shout out Taylor Jones. You should also follow him on Instagram, TaylorJones_official. He's my roommate now, and he's taught me a lot. Also Jameson, just networking with these guys has taught me a ton. So tip number 3 was scan everything. Tip number 4, kind of what I was just talking about, build a network and profit share. So Taylor's my roommate. I'm his competition technically. So what I tell him is, hey dude, I don't want you to hide anything from me. Anytime you tell me about a good opportunity, I will pay you 20% of the net profit. So if I make $100 net, he gets 20 bucks. He's made me probably close to 12 or 15,000 this year. So he's gonna get a couple grand, 2-3 grand profit share from me just for telling me about these items. Because really the valuable thing is knowing about the profitable items. If you know about the profitable items, that's the most valuable thing. It takes a long time, to find profitable items, but when you find one, which is actually, I skipped this, tip number 5, so 4 and 5 are gonna kind of merge together here, is when you find a profitable product, go hard, okay? When you find a product that is at stores all across the country and you know it's good, don't waste time going to another clearance section and trying to find a new product. If you know you can make $20 profit on each unit and it's fast selling and there's very low risk because it's fast selling, go hard. That's what I'm doing right now. I probably spent close to $100,000 on this product in the last couple weeks. Literally. It's insane. And what I'm doing is I'm just going hard on what's working. I'm not trying to find other products. I know there's this one product selling well, selling fast, and so I'm going all in. And it's not a huge risk because it sells so fast. You guys understand that? It's a bigger risk if it takes longer to sell. Why? If it takes longer to sell, your capital is held up longer. If it takes longer to sell, there's more time for the price to fluctuate. So there's a lot more risk associated with that. Hope you guys enjoyed these 5 tips. If you guys want to learn more about selling other products other than books on Amazon, and maybe retail arbitrage is exciting for you, but you want to build a more sustainable long-term business where you don't have to hustle and go into stores all the time, consider learning wholesale. We're actually putting on a webinar, not me, but Dan and Dylan, the experts who have done 30 million in wholesale sales, are putting on a webinar. The link to sign up is below. I've paid $3,600 in coaching recently. I'll probably invest close to $12,000 in private wholesale coaching over the next year. And the information that these guys give away for 100% free, it's insane. Like I listen to, obviously I love my wholesale coach and he gives me great advice and he's helped me a lot, but I listen to Dan and Dylan, like they're giving this information away for free. Of course they have a program, down the road that they'll offer you, but for free, all the information you'll learn, they have, they put on webinars. They'll give you, if you sign up for the email list below, you'll get articles that are super informative. Just absorb yourself in all the information that you can when it comes to selling on Amazon. And these guys they've put together a really good way to teach people, which is inspiring to me because it's my goal to have 100, I can't do this with my hands, 100, is that 100 yet? I think that was 100. 100 full-time Amazon sellers. I'm already at 15, and I honestly believe wholesale is a great way for a lot of people to do wholesale. Obviously, it's a great way for people to do it. Wholesale is a great way for people to sell on Amazon because they don't have to leave their home. The way that Dan and Dylan teach it, you can do it from your house, and what you do is you order the products and ship them directly to a prep center. In the prep center, you pay $1 per unit, and you don't have to have a warehouse. You just look for profitable products, have them shipped to a prep center or directly to Amazon. And so you're bypassing the need for you to physically touch the product, which allows you to scale faster because maybe you work a full-time job, maybe you're busy with your other business and you want this to be more hands-off. And what you can do is leverage Amazon FBA and leverage prep centers and smart sourcing techniques, which is what they'll be covering. They'll be covering how to find profitable products. So make sure to sign up below. Without further ado, it's one of my favorite phrases to say. I've been working on my body roll, guys. Look at this. I've been dancing like crazy. Woo! You guys don't want to see me on the dance floor. I've been recognized twice this year on the dance floor in Miami. I'm getting famous from these YouTube videos, baby. So if you enjoyed that body roll, if you enjoyed that, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, and I will see you in the next video. There is no more do left. There's no more ado that is in this video. It is done. It is over with. We're actually going to cut to a quick outro to how to send inventory to restrictedinventory.com. So Jamaica, my video editor, go ahead and cut to that. Much love, guys. See you in the next one.